Hey everyone, today we're going to give you a bunch of information about the port and the town of Bar Harbor. Let's go talk about it. Hey everyone, John here from Bite Size Cruises. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking Bar Harbor. So Bar Harbor, one of my favorite cruise ports up north. I prefer warm weather cruising for sure. But we recently did a Canada New England cruise, and it's about the third time I've been to Bar Harbor, and every time I've loved it. So today we're going to talk about the port itself, and then we'll talk about some options you have for things to do there. So first off, when you get to Bar Harbor, the town is very picky about having too many kind of guests and tourists in the town, which is a legitimate concern. So they try to keep the cruise ships away from the town a little bit and kind of hidden as much as you can in a small town. So you do have to tender to the port. That process does take some time. So factor that in when you're getting off the ship. If you have 5 hours or 6 hours off the ship, doing a 4-hour excursion is going to be very, very tight. So keep that in mind when you're planning things. If you have 8 hours or so, you certainly have plenty of time. So when you get to the port, you're going to come off right downtown in Bar Harbor when you tender in. The tender process is obviously very smooth. The cruise ships do this all the time. They will bring you, you're going to come off right into like a little driveway where there are some shops and different things going on. If you come out and go to your left, you're going to wind into the town proper, and up the street there, you'll see all the shops and restaurants and everything like that. If you go to the right, you're going to see a little more of the historic part of Bar Harbor. And if you walk straight out in front of you, you'll see all the hotels and everything there. So if you come off and go to your left, you are going to quickly see some places to get lobster and lobster tails like Stewman's, and there are a few other places there. And if you continue to go down, you're going to find a bunch of different shops and things going on. We went down that way. We went to Graffiti Donuts. We went into the shop there where our excursion, which was Ollie's Trolleys, was. And then, like I said, if you swerve up the right there, you're going to hit all of the shops and restaurants and things that are going on there. A little bit, if you go up that street to the right, if you look to your left, there's going to be a park there. And then there's a very old hotel that has restaurant in there that's wonderful. And there's a ton of things going on in the town. Now, obviously, when you get to Bar Harbor, you can just wander the town and do really cute things there. Go get some lobster tail, get some lobster rolls, visit all the shops, do all those fun things. But the real crown jewel of heading to Bar Harbor is going to Acadia National Park. There are many excursions that go to Acadia. All of the cruise lines will have an excursion that takes you to Acadia, whether it's Royal Caribbean, MSC, Norwegian, Carnival, whoever it is. And then we initially booked that through the cruise line. We were going to do the excursions. I'm pretty 50-50 at this point on doing excursions through the cruise line. In my experience, what you will find is if you do them through the cruise line, it's going to be a much bigger group. It might not be as immersive. If you do it through someone like Viator or we did Ollie's Trolleys, it's going to be a smaller group and you might have some extra wiggle room. However, you don't get that guarantee that they're going to get you back to the ship in time. However, I think that that's a little bit overrated if you are just a competent adult, especially in ports like American ports like Portland, Maine, or Bar Harbor or Newport. You have a watch, right? You can see what time it is. If you need to get out of wherever you're at, it's easily attainable to get back to the ship. You can take an Uber, you can get a cab, you could walk from most of those ports, no matter where you're at. So obviously, if you want to go to Acadia, you could do any of those things. We wound up doing Ollie's Trolleys. One of Meg from our team, her excursion didn't get booked properly, so we canceled ours and we booked with Ollie's Trolleys. We did a 2.5-hour tour of Acadia National Park, which I think was just the right amount of time. It was obviously a trolley tour. We stopped at 3 different places, Jordan Pond, an observatory area on the lower part, and of course at the top of Cadillac Mountain, which is breathtaking. You can see the cruise ship. It looks like it's sitting on clouds out in the middle of the bay there. So Otherwise, you can do a bunch of things. I highly recommend that you go to Acadia National Park. It is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Go check out Cadillac Mountain. If anything, just get up and get to the top of Cadillac Mountain. They only allow a certain amount of people there every day, so you do have to be cautious and know that, and maybe plan a little bit ahead of time if you want to go to Cadillac Mountain. And then if you get to stay there overnight for any reason, schedule going up to Cadillac Mountain at night. You could see the entire Milky Way. It is absolutely breathtaking. Other than that, when you come back to get on your cruise ship, there is going to be a queue there for you to get into. That moved very, very quickly. We were back on the ship with obviously plenty of time. We did a 2.5-hour tour, which, like I said, was plenty of time. There is a 4-hour tour. I think that might be a little bit too much for being in a trolley and kind of sitting and just winding around the park. The park is not that big that I think you need a 4-hour tour to hit a couple. We would have hit a couple more stops, which are cool. And if you were going, I would recommend, if you're going to spend 4 hours in Acadia, you might just want to hike or do e-bikes or something cool like that instead of doing a 4-hour tour. 4-hour tour seems like a long time. And it's only about 10-15 minutes from the port, so it's not like you're driving a whole bunch of that time in there. So that's what we did at the port. Those are my recommendations. We went to Stuman's for lobster. The lobster was very, very good. Everything is good. It is a little bit of a touristy trap there because it's right by the port, of course, and there are little shops and everything there. The Ollie's Trolleys you get on basically right where the terminal is there. And cruise lines did a great job. When we got back, Norwegian had hot chocolate and hot towels and everything because it's chilly out in October in Maine, but we had an amazing time. Bar Harbor is a great town, and they don't love all the tourists there, but they do love tourism, and they do treat you really well. The people were great. Our tour provider, Ollie's Trolleys, was great. Gloria, who was the driver, was amazing. So go check it out. Enjoy your time at Bar Harbor. Be respectful of the people there or anywhere you go, as tourism is great, but we do want to kind of make sure we're not trashing people's towns. And be nice. Don't give cruising a bad name, because we want to be able to continue going to these amazing spots and enjoying all of these great things that even our country has to offer that maybe we don't get to all the time on cruises. So that's Bar Harbor. Let me know, have you been to Bar Harbor? Have you been to Acadia National Park? Let us know in the comments below. We would love for you to subscribe to our channel. Come along. We put out a brand new video every single day about cruising. Thanks so much and have a great day.